The podcast that you're about to listen to does not care about your emotions, your hypersensitivity, or your political correctness. If you wish to continue, then
shut up and sit down.
Like, whatever the fuck it is, you keep your girl always like having to want you or wanting you to do X, Y, and Z. If you don't have those things, man, sex life's not gonna be that great. It's gonna get boring and monotonous. It's just it is. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, if you don't just randomly eat, you don't eat it in the middle of the night. You know what I'm saying? Again, in the kitchen, you know, she might not look down upon you, but she'd really appreciate it if she don't even know that she like that. Oh, why are you doing it? Oh, what's happening? Yeah, nigga, I'm about to fuck your world up, nigga. You don't even know. I got plans for you. You know what I'm saying?
You gonna learn today.
Yeah, you gonna learn today. Fuck her whole head up. And then what did that nigga do last night? Was that real? Yes, bitch, it was real. Don't do that shit again for mad long. It's gonna keep her wanting more shit. She gonna want you to do it again. Right? Why is he acting like that? And then listen, don't be afraid. At this point, the whole point of marriage. Right. Well, the whole point. Yeah, the whole point of getting married is to start exploring and having fun and doing the things that you would be afraid to do with somebody you don't trust like that. But if you trust them, you got married. How much more trust is there? Spread them.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Sometimes you can't fit it into your life as a married person, kids, and all of that. But that's where spontaneity comes in. You're just gonna have to just. Hey, groceries is in. Oh, we're out here. Hey, just whoop. There you go. You know, why not?
I mean, it's a benefit that you're right that married people have, and even like people in like Fabian, it just super committed relationships.
Right.
You know, I feel bad for some people. Well, guys, I almost forgot. What's going on, everybody? You're listening to the Alpha 5 podcast. Frank, aka PJ, here with John and Fabe. I was recently talking to somebody who's they're in a real precarious situation. In terms of they just had a baby. With somebody they probably didn't want to have the baby with. Ooh. It was just kind of like a, hey, let's do this kind of thing. And it's got them in a real fucked up situation. It got me thinking, should be more conscientious of who they have a baby with, men or women?
You want me to go first, Fabe, or do you want to go?
You can go first because I have a lot to say on that. And
I mean,
it's an answer you guys wouldn't expect me to probably think.
It's easily the woman, bro. It's easily the woman, right? Because you have to carry a baby for 9 months. That man gets to fucking have as many babies in that same 9 month span, gets to impregnate. He don't have to have none of the responsibility of carrying none of them babies that he make. But the woman is now stuck with a baby. You know what I'm saying? That you have to bake this. Now you got to breastfeed. Now you got a whole different level of responsibility. It's easier for a man to pick up and leave a child than it is for a woman. So she totally has to make sure that the nigga that's knocking her up is not gonna like go anywhere. Whereas opposed to a dude, you could have you could have multiple baby moms and continue to fuck multiple baby moms for the rest of your life. You could just fuck them bitches because you had babies with them already. You just keep fucking them. Have mad families. Right? The woman, she can't, once she got you as a baby father, like it's not, she could, first of all, your dating pool is now limited because there's not many men out here that's trying to be somebody's stepfather. Secondly, like you're not as desirable. You got all of these goddamn kids. Like it's not the same. I can go put my dick anywhere. Why am I staying with you? So I can go put my dick anywhere. Like I think it's a lot more risk for the women. All the man got to do at the end of the day is pay for shit.
Okay. All right. Fabe.
I say I can't even say one or the other. Maybe if anything, maybe like a 60-40, you know. Um, yeah, that's a responsibility, a huge responsibility for women, and they have to really worry about it. The 9 months is, that's biology. It is what it is. It's fleeting compared to the whole life, you know, that changes with it.
I
But
mean, in all fairness, it's not like we have an option there.
yeah, it's not
It's,
like we
it's
can do
not like
anything
we
about
like
that.
we
Yeah.
could be like, hey, I
I'll take
got
I'll
this
take I'll
for
take
you.
this one. And yeah, exactly.
Well, yeah,
Like,
but
It
the
is what it is.
question
But
is who has to be more conscious. And as a woman, since there is no choice, since I'm the one that
well,
bears the baby,
all right.
I have to be more conscious because the baby goes inside of me. That
yeah,
was the
well,
question.
yeah, but that's more of like a sex question. Like, you have to be conscientious of how you're having sex because you're responsible for carrying the baby. Like,
N-
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well,
Like,
you're also responsible to more than just carrying a baby. You have to fucking feed this child. You got to do that. Like you're a mom.
no,
You
no,
got to
I
do.
understand
Yeah.
that, but your point is more of like who more of like how you who you let ski inside you in terms of whether or not they should or should not ski inside you. You know what I'm saying? It's not about the person, it's about the action more with your point.
Mm,
So
So
like for me, to me, there's nuance to it. I guess it's kind of my thing because you got women, especially in today's age, who are just looking to have a baby. They don't care with who. They want their own kid. They don't even care if the father is in that person's life, right? Like
right.
that's like a big thing. Single women who want to have a kid are not looking for the relationship and not looking for to give the man the responsibility. They'll take the responsibility.
damn shame.
Um, so like that's a thing
Might get canceled for
that
that shit. Watch it.
that what happened?
No, Fabe said it was a shame. I said he might get canceled for that shit. Better watch it.
That but
I
listen,
I, I
it is
just
what it is. My point is that's the thing. And then you also have people just in general who are just shooting the club up just cause, right? Like men that aren't looking to be responsible and just doing irresponsible shit. But and then on the flip side, you got men who want to be active fathers, who want to be involved fathers, and you got some psychotic women who will not let these men be part of that kid's life. Right? Because and realistically, the court systems in this country favor the women on when in terms of parenting,
excuse me.
right? So that's where I say there's nuance to it because it's not like you really got to know if you're trying to have kids, you really got to know who it is that you're having them with because somebody might up and leave just because they feel like it on either side, and now you can be fucked. Just point blank and period. And I almost think that like men got to be more conscientious of it personally because of what I said. If you're a dude that wants to have kids, wants to be part of his life, and you have sex with a crazy bitch, she could just take your
Right.
kids. Like,
I mean, it goes both ways because you could be a woman that has sex with a crazy nigga, and now he's trying to ruin your life because of X, Y, and Z and shit. Like it literally goes both ways.
it does.
The
Yes,
different
it does.
the difference is that man, if he wasn't crazy and just didn't want to deal with this bitch no more, he can get up and go do it again with another family. It's not as easy for a female to do that. Like
I mean, I don't agree with you. A female can do the same shit.
with a certain amount of kids, but you got to be realistic. One kid, maybe more than that.
No, there are plenty of women who up and leave their kids. That's a thing. Like we were,
I know.
like
I know,
we,
but
it's portrayed as it's just like a thing that men do. No, there are plenty of women who just like
I know it.
out.
I know, but that's not the average, right? That's not who's mostly leaving their kids. It's not the women. So yeah, there's
I mean,
always
it's
you
happened
always
in my
say to someone,
family.
yeah, I get it. And on the opposite, it's happened in mine. And so probably a lot more. Like, you know what I mean? So it has. So when you look at it that way, the woman is usually the one burdened with having to take care of the kids financially and otherwise because a man chose to leave as opposed to a woman, those not really your kids, or she just, I don't like you no more, so I'm taking the kids up and leaving. Though it sucks and it's hard because it's gonna affect you as a man financially. Like you, at the end of the day, can still go get another family. Just
I can't.
like just pretty
I
much.
can't
just as
understand that
easily.
shit, man. I can't understand anybody want to leave their kids. I really like. I just don't. I
Some-
can't. I can't
Some people don't
process
even
that
want-
bullshit.
I could,
So listen,
not me
when-
specifically, but I can understand why somebody would be in that mind state. I fucked the bitch. I ain't want to fuck. This is just one of them. We had talked about this last week, right? About fucking the bitch that you just didn't really want to fuck, but you wanted to get your dick wet. Oops, some shit happened, kind of broke. Now you pregnant. Now I got to be stuck with you for the rest of my life because I just wanted my dick wet temporarily. Like that's ass cheeks. Like I don't want to do that.
I mean,
Like
it's kind of the
so-
consequences of the actions, though. Go
of
ahead,
course,
Fabe.
it is the consequence, but I don't want it.
Yeah, Fabe.
so okay. So when he listen,
He's like, I've taken it all in now. I just gotta.
all right, yeah, 'cause there's a lot being said there. So PJ's point is when it comes to the court system, we pretty much have no say. Women get to decide whether to keep it or whether to not keep it, right? They decide what to all that. So yes, they have to watch it, but they also have an option to get in and out of it. So no matter what they decide, it automatically falls on us as a financial responsibility. We have no say in that matter.
Mhm.
The second that happens, so
Mhm.
she can still even choose technically up to a certain point whether or not she might not want to or not. And no matter what her choice is, we have to go by that. And what I think is a shame is that we're at a point in this world where society where it's completely like, I think it sucks that where we come to as men and women where we just can't coexist to the point that they want to do single parents voluntarily. Usually it's this thing that you kind of like, it's not an ideal situation. It was forced upon you, you know?
Mhm.
Now we're at a point where it's actually okay to do that. And I mean, I'm not sure if that's voluntarily, it's a fad, it's a cool thing to do. I don't know what it is, but I just, you know, I just think it's
Well,
unfortunate.
as far as being conscious of like who you're having babies with, I think the repercussions are worse for a woman because let's say you're a good woman, but you have a baby with a bad dude. It's harder for you to get out of that situation. If y'all wanted the kid, you got the kid, right? And then like the now her life is going to be harder as a female because she has this kid, because she has to
Mhm.
problem more than likely have to deal with this, as opposed to if a good man is screwed over by a good woman, yes, it sucks, but it's easier for that man to recover than it would be for the woman to recover from the same situation because he's a dude and he can just move around. Like you could never get pregnant and that will never slow you down. You can find a good woman that you don't even have, you can lie to a bitch and tell you I ain't got no kids. It's harder for a woman to be like, I ain't got no kids. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't hide them. You're a mom, they're there. And so now you got to work harder to find a good man that is also like, you know what I'm saying?
Well, but a
Yeah, I
lot
just
of
feel like they're
that is done
assuming
by
a good
choice,
good
though.
woman, though.
So if it's done by choice, like so,
What'd you say,
it all
BJ?
comes down to.
I mean, cut you up, but
My bad. I feel like your statement though was assuming a good woman and a good mother.
well, I'm playing both sides. Like if it
Nah,
was a
but-
good woman and a bad dude and a bad dude and a good woman, like
Yeah, but
if all things being equal, the man is probably going to recover easier, which is why the woman should be more conscious. Because if hypothetically, a dude is a fucking, both people are CEOs of their company, they both make $1 million a year, right? So the man, right, he has a kid, right? But he doesn't, his wife cheated on him, whatever. She might take the kids and all of that, and he might have to pay. But he gets to go on and doesn't stop making the money, nothing stops. On the other hand, if the woman is the CEO, right, is making $1 million, she gets pregnant, right? She has to stop at some point. She doesn't have to stop for 9 months, obviously, but you have to stop at some point. It's a hindrance, and even after that, you still have to come. So it fucks all of the way you move up by having a kid. It fucks both parents up if you choose to be in a kid's life, but it affects the woman more. That's why there's maternity leave and not as much paternity leave, right? Because the woman in this, especially in this country, considered the primary caretakers of children for whatever reason. So they're gonna they have to be more conscious because the effects of them not having the right man in their life with a child is going to hinder the child. It's going to fuck up way more as opposed to that man being screwed over by a bitch. He's a good man, so he can go be a good man and start another family, right? Not he's still gonna have to recover. He's still gonna have his bruises and his bumps, but at the end of the day, it'll be a lot easier for him to come back from that as opposed to her if she gets fucked over by a dude. I feel because she has the burden of now I got to figure out everything with these kids. Kids make, and knowing how much kids affect your life and how much the nuance of where they're gonna go here, what time it's supposed to be this, what time it's a lot, right?
Nah,
you know what I'm saying? And moms take over a lot of that.
I think part of my strife with it, I don't necessarily disagree, right? But I think part of my strife with it is because I also partially feel that like dads kind of get a short end of the stick in terms of how things from the parenting view, right? So I think that's part of where it comes into play because I consider myself an involved father, and you know the person I was referring to before is trying to be an involved father, right? But when you're dealing with somebody crazy,
it's hard.
It's hard, right? And on either side, don't get me wrong, on either side. But I don't think anybody can deny 8 to 9 times out of 10, if there's some shit popping off between people, the woman is always going to get the benefit of the doubt in whatever the altercation is. And so it's the guy is almost guilty until proven innocent. Right. And has the bigger burden of proof for his case. So I guess my statement more applies towards the good guys, not the dickheads who are just trying to lay seeds. You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, women have to be more conscientious of those people, right? Those types of guys,
right?
Because yes, then a lot of shit does obviously fall on them. But from the guy's side, if you're trying to be a good father, if you're trying to be an involved person, then I feel like at least on the initial, like you really got to do your due diligence on who you're getting involved with.
Absolutely.
Because otherwise that shit's gonna like blows up in your face.
Well, I'd like to think that I did well in choosing. I've been through my sluts and hoes in my life, and then I picked a wife that I felt that was going to be appropriate for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm assuming that you did the same thing, right? And so
yeah, I like to think so.
Yeah, and that's all you can do. And so I don't want to make it seem like one of us has it worse than the other or something like that. It's just that I know because I know what she does during the daily day, like I know, and that doesn't say I don't do anything. That just she's mom. Like she does whatever she does it better than me because she's naturally better at it. And so it's more of a responsibility on her if something would have happened at the end of the day than it is on me, right? Because she's gonna go to the court, and even still, she's gonna have the responsibility. The court's gonna say yes, you blah blah blah. You got to take the kids. Blah, like that's not gonna be easy, all right? That's why I say that it's hard on men financially, but you have to want. This is why I didn't.
You got to want to be a dad, I guess, right?
Well, I didn't have kids out of wedlock either, right? And that has a lot to do with it. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, even though that's against how I move. But
well, no, that is part of it. But I think there's plenty of people who have, even in marriage, like the person you're with changes after kids or changes after they get that ring. You know what I'm saying? Like that's there's so many different circumstances that happen. You know what I mean? And honestly, I think a big part of the problem is just the lack of value in marriage. And I'm not talking about your just your typical, man, female, whatever your situation is, just the value in that union
A union.
is it's changed so much now than it ever was. Like Fabe said, like for people to be having kids as single parents, like a willingly single parent was never really a thing back 20 years ago, right? You didn't have women just, you know what? I'm not in a relationship, but I want to have a kid. My clock is ticking. I'm gonna go hit up the sperm bank. Yo, pop some in there. Let's get this done.
I feel like we got to stop saying 20 years ago, because when we say 20 years ago, we're not talking 1993. We're talking 2002. You
No,
gotta
but
remember.
I still
Yeah.
I still feel
Yeah.
in 2002
Mhm.
being a voluntary single parent
It was
wasn't as
not.
much
It was
of a
not.
thing.
Yeah. Right.
But
Well,
yeah,
now,
it's
now
crazy
you got
that
all these
that's
bitches out on the internet talking about I don't need no man. Yes, you do need a fucking man. Men, you need women, but I don't never hear women. I never hear
Mhm.
men say they don't need women. You
Mhm.
never hear that, right? We
Mhm.
just need a good woman. But you'll hear a woman say, I don't need no man. I can do this. I got my own money. I raised my son by myself. I don't care. He like to dance. He gonna be a star. Like, okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay.
that was precise, bro. That was precise. That's the kind of shit that you hear. That
Right?
was
And, like, nah,
crazy.
ladies, you need a man. It's okay. We need a man. Like, you don't even got to be fucking them. Do you have an uncle around that? Well, certain uncles, you don't want them around your kids, but the good uncles, you know what I'm saying?
It's not
The
not
good-
even just
yeah.
the need. It's okay to want. Even if you don't need them, it's okay to want.
It
Like-
takes men and women to raise kids.
Like,
I need
there's
to be
nothing wrong with
nurtured
that.
and to be, you know what I'm saying? Somebody be starting with me and instill discipline into me. Not to say women can't do it, but of course, they're naturals. So
Mhm.
Look, I saw
So
a TikTok earlier. Hey, yo, I be on TikTok way too much.
you
Anyway,
and everybody
I
else.
saw a TikTok earlier. It was gist of it was a woman talking to her boyfriend, talking about he was complaining about things that he doesn't do that he feels that she should do as your traditional wife, right? In terms of the cooking, cleaning aspect, taking care of the house. And she was saying to him, oh, those are things that I'll do as a wife. Until you put a ring on it, you can't expect those things from me. He turns around to her and goes, all right, well, why do you want to marry me? Oh, because you're strong. You take care of me. You provide for me. You put a roof over the head. She started listing these things. She's like, oh, he goes, all right, so you see a husband in me. She goes, yeah, absolutely. You love the man that I am, right? Because of
I'm
those
showing
things that you
you.
mentioned, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
He's like, yeah, absolutely. He goes, so I'm already doing the husband things for you because that's who I am and that's the right way to go. But you're telling me for you to
Mhm.
act like a wife and show and do the wife things, you're not going to do it until you get that ring. And that's legitimate mindsets now, though.
Mhm.
Like
Well-
there's like people see levels to things, and men will even convince themselves, oh, once we get married, she'll start cooking, she'll start cleaning,
No,
and I'm not
there's
trying,
skill.
I'm not
No,
trying
no,
to
no,
put
no.
a stipulation to it, but you
my
know what I'm saying?
gosh.
Like, I don't know.
Those
I
are
know
skills. All right, you can't just
the-
learn a
the-
skill
the
after you get a
three-
ring. All of a sudden, you get it transplants
Right.
into your
You
mind.
got to show me something.
Right. The three of us, I think, are fair to say have a little bit more of a traditional mindset towards
But we also have
men and women.
more traditional women, and
Right.
and our women
But-
believe in more traditional roles than
but
these newer.
I guess
women.
my point is
They're out
in
here.
a lot of this discussion is like you should know who you're getting involved with before you get to certain points. And it's not a matter of like, hey, I'll show you this later once you do X, Y, and Z. Like, wait, no. Show me who you are now, bitch. Because if we pop this kid, that's for life.
Well,
Right?
a lot of them be
Mhm.
You ain't
hiding
about
who
to
they
make my
really are.
life
They don't
hell.
want you to. They don't want you to
Mhm.
know who they really are, so they have to put on their best foot forward until they trap you. This is a lot.
That's why I
of
think moving in
females
together
mental-
with somebody is so important. Like before you get married.
But see, I don't believe in, because that's called shacking up. I don't believe in shacking up. I think that's the wrong way to do it. I think that once you start, because now I'm everybody is benefiting. We're living in the same house together, so we all, that means, you know, we fucking all the time. We're experiencing all of these things together, bills, all of this stuff together, but we have no real responsibility to each other. At any point, literally, one of us can get up and leave. If you and your wife have a problem, me and my wife have a problem, that shit ain't over today.
Well,
you can't get up and
but
go.
again,
Like, you know what I'm saying? There's
again,
a process to this shit.
that's a traditional mind. That also is a traditional mindset, because realistically, it's just not as easy to get up and go.
But that's what. But
there's
that's what I mean.
paperwork
There's
that you
no
got to
att-
file now.
Yeah, but that's an attachment. There's a certain level of attachment there. That's why you're
But
not.
see, here's my thing though. So I agree with you. Like there's a degree of playing house to it, right? Is the thing. You're acting. You're playing a role that
Right.
isn't legitimate. I
Right.
get that. Now on the flip side though, when I think I had said this to Faye before him and Elle did what they did. Like
Mhm.
you need, until you're actually together regularly, there's almost a level of fantasy, right?
Mhm.
Because now you're on your best behavior every time there's a get together or a meetup or whatever the case may be, right? There's a different lust, right? Because you're seizing that moment. But when you live together, there's more opportunity, there's more moments. The real you comes out, right? The you that farts right before you fall asleep. You know what I'm saying? The one that leaves the toilet seat up. You know what I'm saying? Or her clipping her fucking toenails and leaving like on the sink and leaving the shit on the. You know what I'm saying? Things
Right.
that you
Just
aren't gonna
little
find
pet
out.
peeves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But sometimes pet peeves are real, or sometimes just those in-depth conversations about somebody's core values just never really come up in those moments that you just were able to get together.
Well, that's because you're dealing with a person that's lived the whole fucking life, right? And you're trying to catch up.
But that's my point though. So when you don't live together, like you don't want to say or do things that are gonna ruin that time.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
It's just you want to take advantage and have good time together.
Listen, I shacked up before I got married, even though I don't believe in shacking up before you get married. I did exactly that, and it did. I'm not gonna say it benefited, but I knew. I started to figure out her tendencies. Is this a tendency that I can live with for the rest of my life? Is going to annoy the fuck out of me?
Right.
The answer is no. All right, let's go married. Let's do
it. But the majority of the stuff too, it depends how. This is why you got to be really upfront and honest, and you have to let your guard down as much as you can in the very, very beginning. Even if it's just talking on the phone, even if it's just dating each other, talking to each other and stuff like that, because that's what I did, you know? And so when the moving in happened, you really saw a lot of the bad side of me. Yeah. It was a lot easier because now you just saw, okay, all right. He left his drawers on the bathroom floor. No big deal. Kind of expected that. He says he does that. You know what I mean? If you're up front with all your stuff right off the jump, you know what I mean? And don't put up such a front. When you're trying to court, you're trying to date, you're trying to track, okay, you do that. But when you're in a relationship, like you try to like,
I used to leave my drawers on the bathroom floor. I don't do that no more. I had to stop. I feel bad for her.
The thing is though, so it's one thing when you say something to somebody, right? You could say you leave your drawers on the floor all the time, right? Yeah. But when that person is actually in that situation, seeing you leave your shit stained drawers on the floor all the time, it may bother them now more than they thought it would.
Well, then that's a problem. Then that for me is an issue. So it's like, because there's certain things you'll be like, I'm gonna do this, and I'm like, okay.
Nah, but
you have to really think about it.
Sometimes
not just be like,
you gotta,
okay,
you love that person.
Later, it's like,
sometimes because you love that person, you really gotta like not do the thing no more that you don't like.
Oh,
just have to stop doing the thing.
I
I'm
agree.
and it's like you don't even give a fuck.
But-
It's like certain things you're still gonna do, but some things it's like it might be over time because I'm just now giving up on shit that she don't like that I do, and this is year 11 that we're on.
Mhm.
And I'm like, I'm just now saying, like, all right, you got it, my nigga. I don't leave my drawers on the floor because she already trained me not to do that many years ago. You know what I'm saying? But and it wasn't something that I felt like I should put my foot down on. Like, I have to have my
Yeah, it
drawers on
wasn't the
the
hill to
floor.
No,
die
of
on.
course not.
Right.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like, all right, my nigga, I got you. I'll make it like because I'm not
No.
washing the drawers. Here
But
you
that,
go.
But you know what? But there's some things like that don't bother. That stuff doesn't bother. It's other things that are small that I don't see a big deal to change. Like I'm okay.
Yeah,
no
but
problem.
you're saying
You know?
I'm saying that you're saying that now, but over time you don't want to hear her fucking because she's not going to stop complaining
And-
about it. Like
and
if you
you're-
think
She
she's
doesn't.
going to,
She doesn't complain. She
You're-
don't complain. She don't
you're-
complain.
you're
a lot.
all-
She
Or
will.
she does. She does. But certain things.
She
like,
will.
She'll pick her hill to die on. But it's stuff that is not
sometimes
that
my
crazy.
nigga, you
like
just
at
you
all.
just gotta
I'm like, oh, okay, I'll
change
do
the
it.
habit that your parents taught you.
But you're
And that's the hardest thing. The thing that you grew up doing with your real family, the real people you from. Right now, you got to totally do something, bitch. Why are you doing it this way? This is not
bro.
my life. It's
I
the
wasn't
hardest thing.
But it's
I
like,
wasn't
it
allowed
was-
to drink
and I was
milk
doing it
out of a
YOLO
cup.
too. What?
What? I
I wasn't
allowed.
allowed
Uh-huh.
to drink milk out of a cup. It had to be out of a mug.
I want to know. It's funny that you choose milk because I wasn't allowed to put milk on a certain shelf inside the refrigerator. I want to hear this though. Why a mug?
Her mother had a thing with drinking milk out of the cup. She was never allowed to as a kid. I still am yet to understand the reasoning.
Did you give it up? I wouldn't give no shit like that up. That's not worth giving up.
It didn't make sense to me, so I just grab a glass. If it's a
I
mug,
mean, I'll
if it's
meet
a
you in the
mug,
middle.
I just need a vessel to hold this to drink it out of.
I'll meet you in the
Plastic, a cup, ceramic, whatever.
Was there any
Okay.
reason behind this? Because I'm really curious as to where this is.
I mean, y'all could ask her the next time you see her.
Well,
but-
again, I got into an argument when we first got married. We were newlyweds about I put the milk on the wrong shelf inside the refrigerator. This
Milk in the wrong
was
shelf. Oh.
like you could put it on this shelf or you can put it on this shelf. You can put it
Yeah.
here or you can put it there. I put it
Yeah, what does that
there. I
matter?
guess I'm to this day still trying to figure it out.
So I will say certain parts of the refrigerator get colder than others. I don't know if that has anything to do with it.
It wasn't her purpose. Her purpose was like the rest of their purpose is control.
Oh,
That's all they do.
Is it based upon logic? Does it make sense? Is there a reason for this? Like, but see, that's the thing. We're also
There's
thinking like
not.
we're also
But
thinking
there's
like we
certain
do as
ones
men.
that
Like it's just
there's certain ones that do make sense. Like
yeah, and I get those.
and certain ones that I fight for. Like I just mopped the floor. Like, don't wear your shoes in the house. Yeah, but I'm bringing groceries in and out. So do you expect me that every time I step through the threshold to now take my shoes off, put the groceries down in the kitchen, go put my shoes back on, go get more groceries, come through the fucking garage door, take them back off? How many times do you think this is gonna happen? I'm not doing that shit.
or do you
And
expect me to go to the car, bring them to the threshold, and leave them there, and go back and forth to
And-
then come
and
into the
then all-
threshold, take
all
my
one
shoes
time.
off,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then do it all again?
That's kind of what she's expecting, but there's only a finite amount of space, first of all. And second of all, I'm not doing that. That's an extra fucking step.
Oh, yeah.
We're getting this
No,
job done.
and you're lifting and putting down extra times. That is literally double.
So that is something I chose that listen, we're gonna, and I won, right? Because you understand the logic why I will do it any other time. In that instance, I'm not doing it. Like, I'm not doing that. Shut up. Some hills I die on. I mean, some hills I don't. You can have what you want because it's so fucking stupid that happy wife, happy life, right?
But look, like the draw thing that Fabian was talking about, like that. He
Draws is
learned,
underwear for the uninitiated. Draws is underwear for people that don't know.
He-
Which is ethnic.
So like yeah,
there's
so like
certain
if I'm
things,
in
there's
my
certain aspects of that he wouldn't have learned without actually living with her, right? She
Mhm.
wouldn't. You could say something to somebody, but now that she's living with him, it's all right. Like it's at this level. You know what I'm saying?
I know
When-
it's just bad.
When she came back from that first tour and this nigga forgot the bed sheets. It was, oh,
Mm.
he's, hey guy, don't do that again. And he
Actually,
remembers to change them now.
she has no problem with that. That's the scary part. Like, that's the crazy part. I like want to do it because
She needs to
it's
stop
like,
enabling you.
No. See, I
no,
want
I'm
you
I,
again.
I am dead. I am so serious about it.
Let me give
It's
you
okay.
some
I cannot wait
brotherly.
to come.
Let me
Don't
give you
worry
some
about it. I'll
brotherly
do it.
advice.
And I tried it both ways. I tried it with the sheet change, and then I tried it without.
Can I
And the
give
same
you?
outcome was the same.
She needs to
Can I
stop
give you some-
enabling you, sir.
Can I give you some brotherly advice? I will tell you, it doesn't matter if she. Oh, I don't mind. It's fine.
I know that. I know that with other things. Yes, I know what that is because
I'm just saying,
we've had
That's
they're all
not what
these-
that. It's okay, and
It's gonna come back.
They'll make it.
It's
It'll make
gonna
it
come
sound,
back.
but they'll make it sound so believable that you believe that these are what you're the fucking greatest
yeah.
woman to ever.
That's what
You're
yeah.
cool with this
yeah,
shit.
the greatest woman in the
They're
world.
not
And that's
cool with this shit, bro. They're not.
and you know what? Because when I heard that, I'm like, nah, that's
it
a
comes
setup.
back.
I've been in my listen. You have to give me a brotherly advice. I had girlfriends before. I know what that means. Oh,
Yeah,
it's
I know.
okay. You could do that, or I'm fine. I know what these words mean. They actually do not mean exactly what they say. They're the exact
So
opposite.
funny.
I'm not stupid. I'm new to the game. I ain't doing. I'm not just started dating. All right, I'm not 16 anymore.
No,
So I've
it's
been
not
through
about
it, so
being
I know.
16,
So-
but these
so
bitches
when
be
I hear it,
lying.
yes,
I'm
you're like, oh
fine.
no,
No,
it's
it's
fine.
okay.
No,
Yo, you
it's
more
okay.
than
So
double
when I hear that,
16.
it's the opposite. Well, it's crazy, right? So when I heard that, I was like, set up, right? So that's what I'm thinking. I was like, you know what that means? It's not really okay. So I did it, right? And then one time, because I was just short on time, I was like, you know what? I can't do it, blah, blah, blah. But she said it's fine. Let's see how
She
really
said
true
it's
this is.
fine.
She said it's fine.
Yo, you know what I
Came back.
found?
Came back home. Oh, okay. All right. I'll do it tomorrow. I was like, I'm sorry I didn't do it. She goes, no, it's fine. Just happy to be home.
Yeah,
And I was at that point,
Yeah, they say that too, but they really wanted you to do that shit.
it's fine is just not an okay response.
So
I
don't
use
know.
it. It's not an okay response.
It's not. So I heard from one time a female comedian on YouTube. She said like when she sees like her man like washing a dish or like doing stuff like that, like it makes her want to suck stuff. So like I kind of like I don't want to say I put it to the test, but it was like I just wanted to see if her mood changed. If I'm like out here like
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like, let me see. Let me sweep. Let me do some shit. Like, let me do some shit she's not really expecting me to do right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I did it. And her whole fucking, oh, thank you. Like, oh, she wanted to suck. So my point is, sometimes it's okay to do that stuff. Just the sacrifices we be letting our ego and our manhood be going too far, bro. And I'm one of them niggas that got a lot of ego and like all
We
of them.
know.
Yeah.
We
But
know.
Fade is one of them. Fade is one of them niggas too.
Oh, I
right?
know.
Right. I think even probably more so than me because I'll
I-
acquiesce to some shit after a while.
I am the least egotistical out of the three of us.
Probably. But it gets you a long way in doing what you really want to do is just like let's just keep it real. We just want to eat, get blowjobs, and play video games with our friends. Like that's all we want from life.
Vagina.
For them, well, it was blowjobs, but same category.
All right,
video.
all right, I'll give it to you.
It's eating, it's entertainment, and it's sexual pleasure, right? If those whatever the combination, those things, hand job, fucking movie, and fucking
No,
maybe
you
a
can
little
take hand job
maybe
out of the
you know,
equation. That
but-
does
but-
nothing.
hold up.
but-
There's nothing wrong with a good old fashioned, buddy. See,
I mean,
and this is why
no,
you
that-
can't say shit like
I'm-
that.
I'm-
and
I'm-
then-
listen.
oh, bro.
If all right.
there'd be good ones.
He's just like, what are you gonna do? Give something to me I could do myself.
No.
No, because it's not.
First of all,
it's-
we do it better ourselves. That's a different conversation.
yeah, but
Wait.
it's not the same.
It is not. If it is a precursor, if it is a precursor, if it is the introduction, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
All right, I got no problem. If you're using that as a base,
No,
don't
no,
waste
no,
my
no.
time.
No. What I'm saying is, it's like a nice treat. It's like when your mom allowed you to get like
No,
a fucking fruit snack before like dinner. Like, oh, she's letting me get a cookie. Like you don't have to come, you don't have to do that. It's just like, oh, that's nice that you decided to touch. Like you decided to do this,
Again,
right?
but
That's
again,
so nice of
No,
you.
all right. No, if it is the appetizer
And
before dinner,
Yeah,
I'm
but
good.
But
If,
here's the thing.
but that
Even
is
if
not a
there is
snack.
even if there is no dinner after that, the
No.
fact that you
Mm-mm.
got your sweatpants on.
Dinner needs to be served at some point.
Goes in your shit.
Dinner
and just
needs to
start-
be
and just
served
grab-
at some point.
All right. Well, guess what? I don't know. What to tell you then, buddy. I
I
don't know. What to tell you then.
know what John
because-
said. It's the thought that counts. You just
Thank
did
you.
you did
Thank
you
you.
did a
It's
nice.
not like it's like, oh man, this is the
because
most amazing
because you know
feeling.
what, sometimes in
'Cause
a
you didn't have it
situation
all
where
anyway.
where you can't do that like at that moment.
Yeah.
But you know what? It was in her head.
It
She was
shows
thinking
that
about
it
All
shows
right.
more that
All
you
right.
give a fuck and
All
you
right.
care more
But
than
here's-
anything. Like
here's
I
the
like
thing, though.
you. I'm
If
just gonna
you're
just
if
touch
you're
you a
able to
little
get
bit.
it out, if you're able to get it out to do that, you're able to get it out to do other things.
You don't have to get it out. She can go in your pants. Like you can just be sitting there and she'd be like,
Oh,
oh, what's
no.
this? And be like,
That's not really.
right.
That's not really. That's not a hand job.
Fabian, who the fuck are we friends with?
That's not a hand
Who the
job.
I think but PJ's
could
always in
have
that. But listen, we always gotta know PJ's in the mindset. You better, if you're doing that, you better commit.
Yeah,
That's what's
I'm
always
looking
been his
for.
thing.
And he's
That's-
also
we-
Captain
I know
Little,
him.
man.
We know him. That's his mentality. It's like
What-
if you're doing
when
that,
you
you just got
when-
it started. You
When
better
you
keep
tell
it
me
going.
hand
Like, there is
job,
no-
I'm thinking full
can-
motion, not just playing with my shit.
I mean, but at least the one thing, again,
Like
it's
the-
the
like,
thought that counts. Don't
there are
be like,
differences.
oh, so
No,
okay.
if you're reaching in and fondling and feeling
I don't want
around,
to get too graphic
it's-
right now. I don't want to get too graphic right now. But if
Why?
your lady decides,
who,
if your
why
lady,
is
you're-
who's judging us? What
right,
do you-
if your lady right now in the middle of a fucking podcast
right?
decides to just start, right, you're gonna be like, oh no, I don't want that. No, shut the fuck up.
No, no.
fuck
no,
up. You're
I
not.
never
You're
said
gonna-
that. I never
You're
said
gonna
that. I never
appreciate
said
it.
that.
You're gonna be
Don't
like,
put words in
yo,
my mouth.
I
Don't put words in
like
my
this.
mouth.
No,
Don't
all
put
you're
words in
gonna-
my mouth.
all-
Never
all
said
you-
that.
As a man, as a man,
I'm
all
gonna
you're gonna do is
I'm
say,
gonna
I like this
encourage-
woman. She is the woman for me.
I
But she
am-
knows that I'm just minding my business. I wasn't even thinking about
Listen,
a fucking hand job, but you're just gonna be nice
right,
enough to come
if
give
she
me
was to
just come touch me. Like, dude, you're amazing. What is
if
wrong with you?
if shut up for a second, listen. If she was to come down here and start filling up and touching up, right, and start doing all that, you're gonna see all of a sudden I start coercing her into other things. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I'm okay with that. I'm talking about what I'm saying is I'm not just gonna let her just sit there and just do that. Like
Right.
I'm not ending there.
Yeah,
And I'm
all
thinking,
right.
I'm thinking a literal, full-fledged like this. I'm
Yeah,
not just
oh,
thinking
oh,
reaching
nah,
in
nah,
and
nah, nah,
fondling
nah,
the
nah.
nuts or,
Yeah,
or
nah,
playing with
but
with
it could
it.
it could lead to that, right? Even
Mm-hmm.
a little, it's all up to it's how you take it. So if you have an attitude,
I'm saying
if you
I
have
need
an
more than
attitude,
that. I'm just
okay.
saying that that
And-
doesn't do it for me.
and I'm saying if you go
that
into
would have
that,
been 14
if
years
you-
old. I would have been like, yo,
if
It's not
you
supposed
go,
to do it for you. It's just supposed
No.
to be like
an arousal thing. If you go
Yeah.
into it saying it's not for me and that's all, then you don't deserve it and
Bro.
you're not gonna get it and
Bro.
you don't deserve what happens after that.
bro.
Like, because it's not even about, oh, that's it. No, nigga, you see what happens. If she even has the thought to put her hands down your pants, pussy is in your future. So why are you even
But this is my point. That you're proving my point. I'm okay with the appetizer. I better get the entree.
but
That's all I'm
I don't
saying.
want to, not even
But
if I bet, even if I don't bet it, it's still like, yo, you're nice enough to want to. I was playing 2K with my niggas. You just wanted to be like, yo, let me just come down here and make sure this nigga balls is empty. Like, you're a sweetheart.
I'm saying there are
Yeah.
you're there, but that would not
Right,
be
man.
that is not
Right.
my form of
I can't judge you, bro. I'm not. gonna
what
judge
he's
you.
saying is if he's getting started, you can't just stop. I mean, maybe it's like
I get it.
maybe it's like
and I'm just
peeing
saying that
midstream for
that
him.
to me
It's
is
like
literally
you
a
can't
pure
stop.
But who's
Yeah.
gonna just? I guess we're playing hypotheticals here because there's never an opportunity or a situation where if she wants to do that, that means she's already prepared for more than just a handy J.
Usually, but
so
sometimes.
then,
but-
so then what's the
But
battle
if-
with me?
but if
so
that's
why the
all-
battle with me?
Because in the moment, if you're again, she's making fucking spaghetti sauce, or you're making spaghetti sauce and you're doing whatever, she's just like, yo, come here real quick, and you just and then like 20 minutes
I'll-
later, y'all go in there and
So-
be like, you know what I'm saying?
Listen,
You already
sometimes-
heated up. She already heated
Listen,
up. It's a vibe.
Yeah, but
It's an
sometimes and it doesn't even have
energy.
to happen right away. I go to work and it's just like I'm about to walk out or whatever. I'm about to get up. She goes, "Oh, what's that?" But there's not enough time. She knows I gotta leave in like 5 minutes. But
If you don't, if
know
you
what I
don't
mean?
come
But it's
every
just like,
time
huh,
you
but
get a
later on that
BJ,
night,
No,
if
no,
you
that's
don't
not what
come
I'm.
every-
That's
if you don't come every time
when
you
you
get
tell
the
me
BJ,
hand
you
job,
don't want the BJ?
when you tell me hand job, I'm thinking I'm not talking about just playing with my shit. Play away. Yes, you setting a tone. You're setting a mindset. That's different. You said hand
You're
job.
getting the offense going.
Right. You're first and
Dink-
10. That was
dink
your
and dunk.
first play. I
Dink
dig
and
it.
dunk.
I'm with it. You know what I'm saying? But we're not running the ball every time. You dig it? Like
I'm not. I get what you're saying, but
I'm
if
saying the
that
hand
was
job.
the
I'm saying
case,
legitimate hand job, full hand job, not just playing or fun. This has gotten weird. I've
it
said
has,
hand job
but
more than I
I-
have now.
listen, did ever in your life?
In a long.
Listen, I'm not gonna complain about a girl touching my wiener regardless of what happens
No, I'm not
after.
complaining about that.
But even if
agree.
I
You
don't get
see-
sex
thank you.
after, I'm not gonna be like
I
mad.
agree. I'm talking hand job specific.
If you give me a hand job and I don't get any pussy after it, I'm not gonna be like, oh my
No.
God. Like I'm not
I'm
gonna
not.
flip a fucking table.
This is not-
'Cause at the end of the day,
This is not what I put a ring on it for, sir. You even said part of why you get married is because you get guaranteed pussy. So
Yes, and
no,
I got 4 kids from it.
I
So
got
I've
hand job.
gotten pussy.
I got
and
hand
the
jobs when I
job
was
is cool
14,
too.
bro. 12, 13, 14. You know what I'm saying? That's
And
when you
I've
get
got them
excited
in my
about that shit.
30s.
Yeah.
I've got-
No.
Listen,
Mm-mm.
oh man.
I know,
I need-
I know.
I
what
need
both
more
of y'all say,
involved.
but it's
Maybe it sounds greedy. I don't
You
know.
stressing me out. You stressing me
it's
out.
not-
Fave, talk
it's
some
just-
sense.
I think
sense into this, man.
I think it's more your description. Your description
I-
sucks. It's
And
not
it-
like you're
no,
talking about
whether
your,
it's a
your
hand
description
job
is
or a
more
little-
fondling
whether
than it is a
whether-
hand job.
Y'all can't see me because I don't want
I-
to get fucking demonetized or whatever. But anyway, whether it's a full handy J, a good old fashioned, or a quick little jerk, tug, it's all appreciated because you didn't have to do this. I usually do it to myself, and I have a nasty man hand. You're putting
Listen.
your pretty girl hand on my penis,
If
and I'm gonna sit here and complain that I'm not getting the full treatment. What kind of ungrateful
Yeah.
asshole do I like? Am I?
Yeah,
All right.
I
minute.
yeah. I see what you're saying.
When-
I see
what- once you start getting too involved with the hand, like there's a cutoff, I guess is what I'm
Bruh,
saying
you
for it.
change oil filters for a living, and you're complaining about a nice girl touching your penis. Like it's insane, bro.
He's not,
I'm not
he's not saying,
complaining
he's not,
about
he's not
that.
saying he's not complaining, but he's complaining that like,
He's
it's like,
I just want more.
you put me you put me in a mood,
more.
right? And I was doing this, and now you maybe I'm at least this what I think, PJ. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm doing this, I'm chilling, I'm vibing, doing this, right? Then you put me in a different mindset, and then you're like, nah, I'm good and be
So
out.
hold up.
Like
So
that's
what
the
if she
stuff
makes-
I got
but what
when
if-
I was
Wait, no.
16
what if you
chasing it.
what if you climax from that what she's doing to you? Are you still not satisfied? You
I
can't.
know,
mean,
but
I'm-
he's-
But what I'm saying, if that went long enough for that
Bro,
to happen,
How long
I-
does it take to get jerked off and come, dude? It could literally take you. I'm a dude and I have my own penis. I know I can fucking come in 45 seconds if I wanted to. Like,
if you're doing it,
wait, not me specifically. Wait,
Not-
hold up.
not-
I think
no,
Howard
not-
told
not
us
you to me.
thing.
don't make it weird. You
Oh,
see now you
no,
made it
it's-
weird.
How it sounded came out really weird. I get what you're saying.
You made it
yeah.
awkward.
You,
What-
you
what
could have
I'm-
said if
what I'm
I'm
saying
doing it,
is-
like
If I'm in a position if baby wants to laugh so hard, if I'm in a position right where you're able to do that long enough, I'd rather you switch it to something else to make that
Okay.
happen. That is not
Okay.
my preferred method of climax.
So you're at a wedding, right? And you're at the wedding table, and your wife whips out your dick under the fucking table and just starts stroking your shit. I want some pussy right now.
There are exceptions. There are exceptions to all rules. John.
So no, so then
And that's what I'm talking
there,
about with John.
there are
Stop
exceptions to
acting-
all rules.
So
I'm
stop
talking
acting
about
like
on a
it's not
regular
hand-
everyday. If I'm about to
It's
leave
nice.
to work, hold on.
It's nice sometimes.
if
get
I'm
good
about to leave
old-fashioned.
to
It's
work, right?
nice.
Oh
don't
yeah,
gotta
bye,
do it.
honey. Da 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 da. She reads down and does what she has to do, right? Real quick, sets the tone. I know when I get home, like we're in a vibe, right?
Mhm.
Now, if it extends beyond like, a quick touch. All right, now we're getting more involved, sir. That's what I'm
Okay.
saying. Like
I
I'm
get
good
it.
with the yo.
But sometimes she
get
might
it.
just want to get you off. Like you don't even gotta, because sex is like now. Now we're having sex. Now I have pressure. Now you gotta enjoy.
No,
this
no, no.
shit
But I'm
too.
not just talking about. I'm not just talking about sex though.
But
is
even
what
a
I'm
blow,
saying.
okay, you want to come in a different way than not a hand job because you can do it yourself. So you want either a blow job or some pussy, is what I'm gathering
I'm saying
from all of this.
if there is enough time and space, right, to get a full stroke going on, there is enough time and space to do it a different way.
Sometimes you just
Nah,
want
I
something
don't-
different,
nah.
man. It's okay. You have
Yeah.
your whole life to fuck her in many different
I'm
ways.
not talking about fucking her. I don't have
But
to
even
fuck her.
but to even do the nasty things, you can fuck her face. You can do a lot of different things. Oh, you have mad time to do that. So what's wrong with a Tuesday in fucking
But, all right.
March in the third or fourth year of your marriage?
All right,
having a
but
handy
here-
J?
all right,
Let's put it on a different foot. Let's put the shoe on a different foot, right? Because I see what PJ's saying, but I'm trying to think because I know he does the same thing with his wife that I be doing to Leanna, right? So you just be walking down, right? You just be hanging out there in the kitchen and everything's just looking real nice, right? So you go in there and go and grab a little bit. So what I'm gathering, what if she was like, if you got enough time for you to do that, for that, you know, you got enough time to do that down there. Like,
Well,
you know what I mean?
No, because
It's-
no. What I'm saying.
That's good
hear me
logic.
out.
because you gotta grab a son, grab
I
it.
got the logic.
No,
I
no.
like
It's
the logic.
But
No.
just it's a nice thing. Oh, thank you for grabbing that.
That
It
I
feels good.
agree.
That's the
That-
equivalent to us. Yeah.
That I agree. But to me, a hand job would be the equivalent of you walking up to her, taking her titties out, just rubbing them down, and not sucking on them. Just putting them shits right back in. That to me is what the equivalent of a full hand job would be. Like
Dude,
you
I
could have
feel
taken
like,
it another step,
my
bro. Like
nigga,
you
at
could have
this
done more
point,
with this
you sexually
situation.
frustrated, bro. Like I don't know what else to say because it's nice. It's nice on a Thursday, my nigga. You don't because I'm fucking like it's
Yo,
not like I'm not doing the most extreme
Bro,
things any
I'm,
other time.
I'm good. I'm good
It's
with
just
getting.
sometimes. Even if you just a hand job and I don't fuck after, I know tomorrow or later that night or any point in time, I can just go.
But
Because
here's the
I'm
thing.
not.
Hand jobs don't entertain me. You can have your preference.
well,
That's fine. They don't do
Your
much
dick
for
is
me,
broke,
bro.
my nigga.
I don't know what,
Right.
what you want me to tell
Well,
you.
now we at the core
Like
of
there-
the conversation.
there are
You
dudes.
just don't like them shits like that.
I don't.
Okay, so you
I
could've just
don't.
said that.
I like my shit to be touched, but the hand
Okay.
job specific
You coulda
thing
just-
is
you
not
coulda-
my preferable mode.
You only like hand jobs when they come from you. I get it.
They're efficient.
I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it. You know what I'm
It's,
saying?
it's no different than how some dudes can't get off from a blowjob.
Yeah.
It's a thing.
I
There
mean,
are dudes that don't
I
like
mean-
blowjobs.
I
At
mean,
all.
no, whoa. Even if you can't get off of them, I don't know nobody that don't like them. I
Yeah,
don't.
they're-
you know,
still don't
they're
mind
out
it.
there.
Like, you know, it's
They're out
go
there.
for it.
I'm just saying.
You doing
I don't know how we
anything
got
in that
here,
area?
guys.
because
What?
because that's just
Because,
how it goes.
Yep.
That's how it goes. We
I
had.
mean, we
to
can
come
usually
here.
tie their shit together. I don't know
I ain't
how.
tying shit together. If y'all listen to the whole shit, rewind it and see how we got here. Otherwise, I can't tell you. But we had fun.
We did.
I enjoyed it, and that's what matters most.
I mean, separate from the original point. No, I got it.
I
got it. I got
Be
it.
back.
No, the point of the matter is
Uh-huh.
know who you getting into bed with.
Yes. Yeah.
If she's just gonna give you a handy J, leave that bitch alone. Right? 'Cause we don't fuck with bitches that just jerk
I'm
us
talking
off.
about that's how
We
you
want
tie with
some
the other
mouth
combo.
or some pussy.
That's how you
too.
tie. That's how you tie with the other combo. Just know who you
know.
getting into bed with. Right,
Mhm.
right.
Oh man,
We,
just take the
we
handy
went from a
J.
completely serious shit to this.
Yeah.
I'm
We
not
had
gonna.
to.
I'm not gonna say that phrase like purposefully for a long ass time. I feel because I'm talking to y'all about it, and y'all my niggas. I just feel weird now.
Well, now when we play 2K and I dunk on somebody, I'm gonna say handy J. Handy J, put my nuts in this thing. Oh, you checking me out? Got him. My dick was right there. Yes, over. I'm gonna make you feel all types of uncomfortable.
I'm a judge. There's gonna be a lot of pausing. A lot of pausing.
Fuck.
A lot of pause.
I don't care.
Heavy pauses.
I'm with it. I'm with it. Good shit.
If y'all made it through, we appreciate y'all tuning in. Remember to hit that like. Remember to hit that follow. This is the Alpha 5 Podcast. I'm Frank, aka PJ, with John and Fib. We appreciate each and every one of y'all. Peace.